Hey guys, going a little live with this. Meps did state that there will be a Q&A after the stream here in Discord. I'm not sure because of how long the stream lasted. I'm not sure if it's actually going to happen, but we'll sit here for a few minutes. That also gives me time to prepare for the podcast I have to do in a few minutes. So just we'll see how and what it goes. So sit back, relax. What'd you guys all we'll have a conversation. What'd you guys all think about the live stream, huh? Seemed pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. You know what podcast, Eric? You know it. I'm doing a DCO one. Do I have another podcast? I mean, I do my American Gods podcast, but that's on Sundays. And that's with other people. How many open world quests did you see? Now, just to let everyone know, I will be, tonight, I'm doing a DCO podcast, which is basically the name of the show. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about the stats revamp, but then tomorrow night, there will be a stream looking at test server, looking at episode 28. So if you're looking for episode 28 content, I definitely recommend going over to twitch.tv/illusion. It's ELUSIAN. Go over to Illusion's Twitch channel. He'll be streaming from the test server all night while I'm doing a podcast. Over 10? Jesus Christ. That is a lot. So, let's see. I mean, there's people waiting in AskDCUO. Let's actually get into the channel, so we know when it happens. Hey man, dirt is delicious. It's full of fiber and nutrients and rocks. Keeps your teeth sharp? Sharp. I'm gonna go with sharp. So right now, we are waiting for Meps to do an AskDCUO. I feel like C-SPAN all of a sudden. That's what I feel like. I feel like C-SPAN is like, we are now waiting for the community manager, the speaker, to approach the bench. It's a beautiful evening. A nice brisk 74 degrees. Hello, No Dite. What's going on, Mr. Gimp? Mr. Gimpy. Okay. Now I look like a L. For everyone just tuning in, this is WARQ-DCUO radio channel numbers. We are currently waiting for the community manager, the senior community manager, Meps, to show up and AskDCUO. It was said earlier that we would have a AskDCUO kind of after stream Q&A. We are allowing him to get prepped after an exhausting live stream. Live stream went on for about maybe an hour 13 minutes. He has to prepare the video to get it uploaded to the DCUO YouTube channel, which you can find over at youtube.com/DC Universe Online Game. As for Blade, the live stream for the episode 28 reveal is over. It has completed. It will be, the replay will be on the DCUO YouTube channel probably later tonight. Probably in a couple of hours. Right now we are preparing and waiting for our community manager Meps to appear on AskDCUO to do an after stream Q&A We do not know if it's been canceled. It was kind of a spur on the moment that he decided to make. So we are just waiting to see what's going to happen. So for those that... Oh, by the way, this is WARQ-DCUO, radio channel number. Coming up next will be the smooth jazz. Even though I have no jazz names, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I really like just doing this voice. It feels calm and relaxed. Something I'm not really known to be. Feels good. Feels super good. There you go, BB King. We'll play some BB King. He played according to my notes here, he played what is a xylophone? BB King playing some jazz using a xylophone. Doesn't that just sound fantastic? It feels smooth. So for those who missed the live stream, episode 28, Age of Justice, is set in the movie universe of Saving Private Ryan, which was an Academy Award-winning film directed by Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg. We all know him, we all love him. He's a good guy. But it is set in 1940s WWII. WWII. I am not clicking it. I am not. Well, to be fair, this will be Call of Duty's, what, upteenth time going into World War II? As long as there's no more zombies, I'm okay. What's that? World War II and zombies? Oh my god. Incredible. Now, that's odd. That can't be the person who I think it is. It probably is. It might be. So again, for everyone tuning in, this is WARQ-DCUO channel number. And we are currently waiting to see the community manager, MEPS, approach the podium to begin a live Q&A with the rest of the community over episode 28. He is most likely gathering his thoughts, gathering his notepad, and grabbing himself a brandy. Yes, a brandy. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone, but it looks like Oceans has entered the voice chat. There is no green name. It's not a green name, so it might not be the real Oceans, but let's hope it is. Oceans, this was her first... Oh, and she left. I did that. That was my bad. I'm sorry. That was all me. So, what we are waiting for is still MEPS. And speaking of Oceans, this was her first time. She is the environmental artist. She worked on a lot of episode 28. And also apparently some base items that she's really happy that the community likes. So, good job, Oceans, and thank you, community. This was her first time on the stream, and so of course the stream, like every other time, has already begun with marriage proposals. There were quite a many. But you'll find more on the ABC special, DCUO The Bachelorette. Speed Racer did not win the race. We actually found that he was cheating. His vehicle was lined with mechanisms and gizmos that are against NASCAR regulations. He has been banned from the sport. Also, this just in, he has also been arrested for child endangerment. Apparently he had a child and a monkey in his trunk during his races. That's really bad. They may allow that over in the Japanese circuit, but here on the American NASCAR, we do not allow that. And there seems to be chanting here in the chat to let speed go, let speed go. Where what it looks like the narcotics officer has come to say speed will not be let go because he was actually carrying speed in the car too. Is that speed? Speed as in crack cocaine. The vendor gear CR does not know. The vendor was not shown on the live stream because it is still being finalized with prices and whatnot. So we probably will not see vendor gear until next week or until launch, which kind of sucks. It certainly sucks. And according to players here in Discord, and I think it was said on the stream, the new OP items will be waist and what, back? Was that what that said? I'm scrolling up to find it. Okay, I skipped it somewhere. Head and waist. Head and waist. There it is, yes. Hello, DeSoto. For all you cool kids tuning in, for all the cool kids coming in, we are waiting for MEPS to arrive for an AskDCUO episode 28 afterwards thing. The patience with players is probably not high, so it might happen, it might not, I don't know. I'm going just in case. So I think the max item level is 175, I think is what the vendor gear for the item level is, actually. A 1944 commentator voice. Well, it would actually liven me up a bit because I'm actually about to fall asleep. Shit. Let's see. 1944? I think we have this. So, you're looking about the item level, not the CR. People have always been getting that confused. I can't stand it. How it actually keeps getting confused. I just can't stand it. So, you're not looking for the item level. You're looking for the item level of the gear on the vendor. Well, I think the item level for the vendor is going to be 175. So, indeed, you're probably going to have to replace those OP items with a new higher CR. But you know what? Fuck the CR. Just fudge it. You're not worrying about the CR. You're not worried about the item level. You don't need to worry about that. You need to worry about the stats. Look at the stats here, kids. The stats. They're great. They're amazing. Wow, huzzah. Now I have to say, that solid, kooky little kid on the forums, Proxy Star, he already did the math, folks. He did the math. And apparently, with the new item level, with those items for the vendor gear, you're actually not going to get that high on your CR without your OP items. Apparently, it's looking at it to be at a CR 200 will be the max, and it's only a sliver. That's right, folks, a sliver of CR difference. It's actually not that much. You're not going to see it on your end because it's a decimal point. It's 2 decimal points. Not 3, it's 2. Not 1, but 2. It'll probably be 3 if you actually go on that line. But you're probably asking yourself, the developers did say that the OP items from the Starro, the OP items, are going to last throughout the episode. And you know what? They're right. I actually need a drink after that. My God. The fire ferrets? Yeah, I think the max item level, because Proxy did the math earlier today, and the max item level is 200, if I read his post correctly. So, now, the 170, like for the rings, replacing your rings with 175, with the 175 because they're 172s, you're not looking at a CR difference. I don't think that the CR is going to change if you replace the face, the U-belt, and the ring. Your CR is not going to change at all. So if you get full vendor gear without the accessories, because I count those as accessories, without those accessories, you get full vendor gear, you're going to be at that 200, and you're not going to actually go back. Just wait for old Mepsy Poo to hurry up and get in so we can do an AskDCUO, and then I can move it over to my podcast. That's right, mine, the AskDCUO podcast, episode 2, talking about the stats revamp. No, there's no OP weapon. Oh my God, wouldn't that be awesome? An OP weapon. Ugh. Ooh, that gives me chills. Give me some of that. Give me a legendary weapon. Fudge, yeah. But of course, if a OP item comes in, if an OP item comes in, players will get mad because, like, oh my God, why is the grind so long for the OP item? It's like, well, it's a fucking OP item. Deal with it. We did have that. We did. Bring it back. I had to turn the light on. I was talking here. I couldn't see anything. No, I have never seen... I know of Avatar Korra. I know Korra. I maybe seen one episode, but I never really sat down and actually watched all of it. So for all the people joining in right now, we are waiting to see what Meps is going to do. He said at the beginning of the live stream that there will be a Q&A for about episode 28 here on Discord. And we are basically just waiting to see if it's happening. So let me see. Episode 28, what else was there? We get to see JSA Wonder Woman. That was cool. Saw Hawkman and Hawkgirl because, you know, they always arrive. But then Dr. Sylvanas, like, what? Come on! He's so dreamy. Not really, but it was actually pretty cool to see him. Why were there 2 Wonder Womans there? Because apparently DCUO doesn't freaking believe in time. The Time Master Rip Hunter doesn't understand anything. I'll tell you now, they need some Doctor Who in there. You don't have 2 of them side by side. You don't interact with your past self. You just don't do that. The villains have their... I think the villains have their own side. It's not like we're going to share the same quest hub. You guys, I think, are I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but you're not sharing the same quest hub that we are. Okay, Barry is freaking Barry. Barry's breaking everything. We need to stop Barry. No, Pernif. The new Amazon coins is strictly for Amazon Fury Part 3. The new currency for this episode is going to be war bonds. You'll be collecting war bonds to buy items off the vendor. We're not using euros, no. Oh, okay, so it's Hippolyta and Diana. Oh, okay. Well, you know, that's going to be fun. Why are you wearing my gear? Oh, you know, Mom. What? Now, just to give you guys a heads up, if you are looking for if you're looking for episode 28 game footage from the test server, head over to twitch.tv/illusion, and he'll be doing, he's streaming stuff over there. Illusion is spelled E-L-U-S-I-A-N. Illusion. Do I think the EU server players will be critical of the Europe map? Maybe. I'm now... we probably need to go to Joffin. Or probably Illusion is like, so Illusion, how realistic is this? What are we doing here? There's no cam because I'm in the AskDCUO setting. I'm in the AskDCUO scene. So... because I'm waiting for Meps to arrive for a Q&A. But then I'll switch over to my actual podcast scene when we're ready. Oh, Illusion just went live. I thought he's been live this entire time. Yeah, I'm thinking he's getting the actual stream footage up. Or at least beginning the encoding process. And then he'll be coming over here. Or, I mean, he's probably having a short meeting with the devs, and they're taking his time. No, I can't forget the podcast because I didn't do a podcast last week. So I want to do a podcast tonight, and then we'll do the test server stuff tomorrow. I mean, I'll probably be on live maybe Sunday, but I've honestly done everything I needed to do. The only thing I'm really missing is the vendor and the 4 collection pieces. And I'll probably knock out the collection pieces this weekend. But if the only thing I'm missing is the vendor gear, I'll just wait till I'll wait till the Star event comes back. Holy crap, Destiny 2 is going to be on the Battle.net launcher. Holy crap. Oh my god, I'm so giddy. Do I think Bombshells will make an appearance? That would be cool. That would be cool. I didn't catch the reveal. I just saw there's a trailer. That is so mean. That's not even funny. That is just downright mean, jerk. Yeah, he said he was going to do an AskDCUO, and I don't want to do my podcast until he actually does it. Oh, I know what Meps is doing. He is doing, he's having to unlock the forum posts. Because Jack Frost posts about the missions is just opened up. So he's having to do his community manager stuff. And I'm guessing he'll then start being on the Discord. There certainly is. And that's one of the... That was a weird thing that we're going to get 2 weeks of testing. When most likely the episode has already been pushed to PlayStation and Xbox to have them go through their quality adjustments to make the June 1st thing. So anything that we find here in test in the 2 weeks, I feel it won't be changed. It won't be actually fixed until maybe like a week or two after the launch. Which is certainly feels weird. What I'm thinking is they put priority on the stats revamp because they came up with that new concept and the changes to fire and munitions. Or maybe the episode wasn't ready until now. I don't know, there's multiple things, but I mean, when you work in that industry, there's deadlines. And I mean, this is kind of one of them. So the only thing I can say is, for fellow testers, just go out there, find what you can, and then report it. There might be some that they may be able to get, like, on a day one patch. I mean, I can tell you now, the players are not going to be happy if they cannot complete that vendor gear within 3 months. They're going to be pissed. I am going to get that headpiece, though. I am going to get that gas mask. Are you my mommy? I think I completed mine. I completed mine last month. Actually, I think I completed it maybe 2 to 3 weeks before Starro came out. That was when I completed it. This is the sound of silence. You've come to speak with it again. Come to speak with you again. Like, but you're not answering back. Oh, that's cute, Catmon. A thread about the alert being easy? What? No. Oh my god. Oh well. It's a fucking alert. How difficult do these people want the alert? Like, I want this alert to be where I can't beat it unless I'm using exploits. Because I'm hardcore. It's like, come on, guys. It's the alert. Even the 8-player raid. The 8-player raid, I expect a little difficulty. I expect all the difficulty to truly be in the elite. Casual light. Oh, I saw everybody complain about the duo and solo. I certainly did. So, in my mind, when you look at it, no solo and no duo to really queue up for it. It's less content. It's less content. People, that's what people really see about it. So when you completely look at it. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna rant. But all right, I'll hold that rant. But I will state that visually speaking, it is kind of weird. But if the duo and solo, the time that it takes to do a duo and solo is all equivalent in the open world stuff, then I'm okay with it. Yeah, that the song being about cancer is no. I don't even know how that could be. Silly musicians. Yeah, I'm okay. So Mep stated at the beginning of the stream that there would be a Q&A in Discord afterwards. I mean, it only ran like maybe 13 minutes over, so it really wasn't like ooh and ah. But all the posts are now out in the forums. They're all unlocked. I am honestly not really sure if he'll be doing it. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm sitting here waiting for him to do it, to make an announcement that he's doing it, or if he's not. Because I don't want to start my podcast and then he goes and starts AskDCUO when it's just like, well, crap, I could have been recording this and now I'm overlapping and it's just causing confusion. I don't want to do that to him. Duos aren't grindy and the open world missions are too grindy. Okay. It's his logic. It's his opinion. It's right in his eyes. I can't fight that. I can't fight logic. Or at least that. That's so super weird. DCO 2 has already happened. We're actually on DCO 28 is coming up. Remember, Destiny is completely different than DCUO. Yeah, Destiny 2, Destiny itself plays like an MMO, but it's a disc game. It's a, hey, spend $60 and play this game, and there you go. Oh, they're hot messes. Granted, they are certainly hot messes. I'm really hoping for Destiny 2 to really be something, because Destiny 1 kind of caught my eye. That whole Iron Throne thing definitely caught my eye, but reason why I didn't get it was because I play on PC. I mean, I have a PlayStation 4. I could have bought it. I could have bought it, but I just didn't want to. Also, I couldn't afford it either at the time. I'm broke. But with it coming to PC and with it working off of Blizzard, like, I'm all there. But yeah, DCUO is an actual... It keeps it in the realm of an MMORPG, where it just releases expansions, and whereas with Destiny, it's, here's Destiny, oh, we had to make a new game, put it on a disc, here you go, and ship it out worldwide. Instead of just making it a downloadable game and you go at, and they just update that game. I get why they don't, and I get why they should. I get both arguments. I mean, I too would wish that DCUO would bring out like an actual expansion like World of Warcraft would, if they actually if it had that funds, if it had that power. Just basically a whole brand new thing and then releasing patches adding up to it. So I'm just gonna try and give them a few more minutes. I don't really want to do my thing afterwards, or especially during. But I also kind of like, I kind of really want to go on with the rest of my night, you know? I mean, I'm not blaming him. It's like, I mean, work comes in. Doing the AskDCUO thing is kind of, in my eyes, kind of an extra thing that he doesn't have to do, but he does it with for the community. I mean, if he's having to burn out, extinguish fires on his side, then he has to. I mean, AskDCUO is just going to have to wait. No, I didn't tweet him. It's, I mean, Jareth messaged him on, hit him up on Discord. I'm sure players were probably bothering him about it too. It's like, eh. Anything new talked about? Well, during the live stream, I don't know if you saw it, Skinny. Well, WoW didn't do sequels. WoW did expansions, which are different than what we have for episodes / DLCs. The episodes could actually be different. It could be staggered, which I actually really want staggered. where, like, for week 1, we get this raid. And then week 2, we get the elite raid for it. And then week 3, we get another raid. And then week 4, we get the other elite raid. It's just staggering content, that's all. But I mean, and when you see, they could have added, and Skinny, don't worry, I'm going to come back to you in just a moment. Guild Wars did do a sequel, but they also sold the game on disc. If DCUO was a disc game, if DCUO was still selling disc games on Xbox, on basically selling discs on PlayStation 4, now on Xbox and on PC, if they were selling disc games, then there would be a DCUO 2. But there's not. In essence, if you want to look at a DCUO 2, you can almost think as a revamp as almost. But DCUO does it differently. A DCUO 2 would be basically the revamp and then 2 new cities, which would not be bad. But it's just, this is where we are. I don't think the studio really has all that stuff that's able to do it. Now see, WoW and Warcraft and the Warcraft games are different. One's an MMO and the other ones are RTS. Completely different. Now if DCO did a full expansion, if they did an expansion, we would not have content for a year. They've been through this down the road. They've been through this before. We wouldn't have content for a year to allow them to build up this massive expansion, and then when the expansion comes out, it would need to be staggered. This whole, like, even for this, unloading all the content onto us and expect it to last for 6 months, it's not going to work. It really won't work. So that's why I recommended staggering. Give us the open worlds, give us the alert, and that's it. Let us run this for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks even, maybe even a month. And then the next month, open up the raid. Week 1, week 2, that's the raid. Week 3 and week 4, there's the elite. And then the third month, the other raid. Week 1, week 2. And then week 3 and week 4 is the other elite. It gives players a sense of progression to go up. Whereas now, players can walk in on day 1 and they're going to go straight to the elite raid. It does sound like the monthly content. It does. But, I mean, would you rather have it staggered? Would you rather have it staggered where it feels like progression, where we're actually going forward? Or players basically just go straight into the elite raid, day 1, it's easy as pie, easy as shit, and they just blow through everything. With them staggering it, they can increase they can increase the difficulty as it goes. The monthly content wasn't a bad idea, but it was just, there was just something missing. And I don't know, it was, the storyline, I guess, was really missing for me. Because it was weird to play, like, a Halls of Power piece of content, and then here's a Lantern piece as well. It kind of messed with my head trying to look at the storyline. I mean, I didn't hate it. It was content I can run, and it was there. It was actually good stuff too. It was good story. But we have this entire episode 8, and the content inside of it could be staggered out. Because that's one of the big complaints that we see as well, is players are really mad because they can go into a raid day 1, beat it day 1, call it a day. Daybreak could partner up with well, technically they actually are. If I remember correctly, Daybreak is working with the company who makes Lord of the Rings Online, and they're doing that. Well, that's what I mean by breaking down the raids. Where right now in June, we would have the open world and we have the alert. We use that to gear up, get max CR at what we are. And then in July, we do this big reveal. Here's the raid. Here's the elite raid. And that allows players to, from June, go into the raid and knock it out and have its fun. And then August, we'll have the other raid and the elite raid, and they go on. And this idea is actually it is coming from WoW. It is coming from World of Warcraft, because when the new expansion came out, the expansion had the leveling content, it had the dungeons, and then it had the first wing of the raid, which was the first 3 bosses. 2 weeks later, I don't think they're working with Turbine. I thought I saw a report that they were working with the guys who make that. I don't think it was Turbine. Yeah, I might be wrong. So in World of Warcraft, we have the first 3 raids. And then, well, I think it was maybe 2 to 4 weeks later, they unlocked, or I'm sorry, it was actually 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks later, they unlocked the next 3 bosses. And then 2 weeks later, they unlocked the last bosses to have the whole raid opened up. And then the next month was the new raid, the brand new raid, and the first wing opened up. I like that. I guess they are working with Turbine then. That sounds weird. There are storylines, Jalen. There are. I mean, we're in the age of justice. What's missing is Brainiac was there for us forever. He was there forever for us, and then and he was there basically for the first 3 episodes, maybe even 4. Yeah, he was there for, well, I'm not counting 4. But then we moved into these self-contained stories in these episodes, where War of the Light spanned 3 episodes. Amazon Fury, 3 episodes. Halls of Power, 3 episodes. It expanded over that. And so those were contained, and those were tightly knit. Of course, the monthly episodes kind of screwed it up a little bit, but those stories were there. So, but I get what you're saying, because you get Amazon Fury Part 1. 3 months later, you get Part 2. And then some odd layers, you get Part 3. So there's no real way to play Part 1, 2, and 3 in one sitting to have that full story. The story is broken up. And it does get confusing. Since AF2, yeah. So the stories get broken up, but it's basically like what we hate about comics. Where you start one story, and then it just goes over there, and like, oh, here's this other story that's going on right here as well. The trilogies were a good idea, but the trilogies, I felt, needed to be back to back to back. Yeah, it needed, or at least in the content in the game, it needed to have a progression where you could play Part 1, 2, and 3 linearly, instead of basically content hopping, storyline hopping, basically. Then you would have players complain it's too much. That is correct. It's game development. You can never win. You can never win. There will always be players complaining, and it's not a bad thing, because, I mean, complaints is feedback enough. There's no perfect game developer. There just isn't. I love Blizzard a lot. I especially like high-res studios, but they're not perfect. And every game company is going to make mistakes, and every person is going to hate something or other. And sometimes it's going to be a big enough hate, and sometimes it's going to be some small stuff. I mean, I like Blizzard. I do. I've been a big fan of theirs forever, since World of Warcraft when I started. But Blizzard has had shortcomings, and they have screwed up majorly. But it's feedback. People talk negative on the forums all the time, and I try to explain it, but of course I just get shitted on. But whatever. Okay, so no, I'm not doing test server tonight. Oh, sorry, Maverick. No, I'm not. Maps is probably working on that video right now. I'm sitting here waiting to see if he was going to do an AskDCUO episode 28 kind of a thing, a Q&A. It's probably too late, or at least he's busy at the office and he's not able to do it. Exactly, Capmon. That's exactly how I want episode 28 to really be, but just the pieces of actual content instead of the story. I mean, that's basically how it could be. It's like, here's Amazon Fury, and here's this content here, and then the next month you get, or in a couple of weeks, you get this piece of content. Such and such, you get this. But, alright. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, yeah, I've told the developers that. What I really get tired of is this is how the game has gone. We went from large episodes, you know, what we have, like the big content, we've had that. We've had the big content release like we have now, and during the quarterly, it was there for 3 months. Month 1, everyone would replay the shit out of it, beat it in month 1. Month 2 would be feats. Month 3, everybody would be going to the forums and going, where's my new content? I'm bored. Even in month 2, players would go, I'm bored, what are we going to do? We need new content. Let's hurry it up, devs, you're slacking. So, from large contents, we've gone to monthly content. Here's monthly. 2 pieces of content every month. Just 2. Players did not understand that those 2 pieces of content in month 1, it lasts from 2 and 3. In month 4, we get those 2 pieces of content get replaced by something brand new. They couldn't see the end of the road. They could not see it. All they saw was 2 pieces of content here, 2 pieces of content here, 2 pieces of content here. I'm flustered. I can't do it. I am done. I am done. And so the developer saw this and it's like, all right, well, we'll go back to the large format episodes here. And here we are. The content for Amazon Fury Part 3. This content was designed to be 6 months plus. It was designed for 6 months plus. Players hated it. As a member, of course I hate it because we only get like what, 2 episodes a month now? It's kind of weird. But that's for a different discussion. So Reveal Fury Part 3, players hated having to wait to 6 months. Players also hated the fact that with the collection pieces, they wanted the collection pieces from the vendor lowered. Why do you want it lowered? Well, because I want it now. No. The collection pieces go to OP items. Those OP items are going to last for months. They're going to last for a few episodes. How do I know? Because I did not replace my OP utility belt until this week. I didn't replace it until this week. But your CR was shit. The CR was the CR was 1 difference. 1 CR difference. Not even worth me having to buy something new. Use a purple, replace your old utility belt to have something new. No, it's not needed. Good. Deal with it, Jareth. So, what we have here is Amazon Fury Part 3 lasted for 7 months. Players were already bored by month 2 and month 3. Oh my god, I'm so bored. Let's get over with it. Here's the kicker. You fuckers would not be bored if we didn't have replay badges. Why do we have replay badges? Well, because when we went free to play, even before then, players were actually complaining that they couldn't run content enough. They ran their content, they were loot locked, and then like, what am I gonna do? I have nothing else to do. I'm bored. Like, I don't know what's gonna do. So, went free to play, brought the idea of replay badges into the mix, and now players can spin replays all they want. And even then, the replay badges were called pay to win. They were called pay to win, and you were shunned if you never used your replay badges, to having to stack up all this fucking shit and go ham for the first month, and then month 2 you're sitting there bored. It's like, well, I have nothing to do. Like, well, because you screwed up, and this is how you play. You played to rush. You caused the rush, not the developers. You. The developers are forcing us to rush. You know what? The developers are forcing us to rush in an anniversary event. That is the only time I have ever seen the replay badges like, oh, I need to get this done now before the next year. No, you really don't, because the anniversary event will be back next year, and you can actually just wait till next year. Good. No. I shouldn't have to wait till next year. I should be able to do everything right now, because next year they're going to add more things. Damn right they're going to add stuff next year, because the fuckers who spent replay badges had to beat everything this year. What are you going to do next year? You're going to sit there in the anniversary event, you're just going to go, oh, I'm bored. I have nothing to do. Well, there you go. Of course, new things are going to happen. They're going to come in there, but what you do is you do what you can, and you wait till next year to finish it up. I'm sitting here at my Starro event. This was 60 days. 60 days to complete this up. 60 days to complete. The only thing I'm missing is a couple of the raid feats, and I'm also missing the vendor feat. I'm going to get my collections done this weekend, but I'm only missing the vendor gear. Am I stressed about the vendor gear? Am I going to sit there and complain? I couldn't complete the event. The event gear. I couldn't do it. There wasn't enough time. I had to be forced to use replay badges. No, you didn't. You put that forcefulness in your head. You did. You did as a player. Not me. Now, wait till next year, motherfucker. Wait till when the Star event comes back. But there's going to be more feats. You're damn right there's going to be more feats. Learn to live with it. If there were no feats, then you're going to complain, why do I have to watch this? Well, I don't have to play this. There's no new feats. Well, you didn't want new feats. Like, but I have no reason to run it now. Well, there you go. Do you want new feats? Yeah. Well, do you want it? Do you want it? All right, then take it. You want those new feats? Here you go. Don't have the replay mentality. Replay badges 6 years ago were a bane on this game, and they still are. They are a bane. And I love Spill to death. And I wish they were never thought of. I wish they were never brought into being, because players in MMOs, we didn't have to go into World of Warcraft and complain that we had nothing to run. Now, granted, World of Warcraft had like tons of actual dungeons to run and everything, but you didn't really have to worry about that. Here in DCO, it's like, oh, I'm loot locked from the 2 raids. Loot locked from the alerts. What am I going to do? True, they needed more stuff to do, but replay badges was not really the answer. But you guys wanted to keep running things, so from the community, replay badges were born. They were born from you. From you. And probably from me, because I actually complained about loot locks a little bit too. It's like, oh crap, I'm loot locked. I can't do anything. Now, of course, you could actually, I think back in the day, you still couldn't even run it. You couldn't even queue up for it if you were loot locked. I can't remember. It's been a long time. So, replay badges, boom, you just go ham. You go ham in that first month, you rush through it. Now your mentality probably is, I want to rush through it now because I might not have time to do it later and whatnot. Well, that's your mentality. That's how you want to play it, go for it. But please understand, the content is designed for a certain amount of months. That is how it is made, that's how it's designed. If you go outside of that design because of the thankfulness of replay badges, they're there, then that's on you. It's on you. Just because I give you a gun and there's a deer right there doesn't mean you have to shoot it. You can just stand there and hold your gun and just like, huh, this is actually a pretty nice thing. Hello, Bambi. You don't have to. You don't have to shoot the deer. Having more content, yes, I completely agree. I completely agree. But with how the development of this game is and how the content is designed, it would probably be more beneficiary to stagger it. Just stagger it. I think players will probably hate it. They'll hate anything, really. But there's no progression. There is none. I really don't think I should... I honestly feel that I am now CR 189. I should not be able to go into the raid on day 1 and beat it. I should not. I feel that I need to get gear from this episode in order to go into that raid and beat it. I need to get this blue and this greens and then go. That's it. But that's me. Players want hard content. I really wish the devs would give it. I really would. And you know what? I really hope the elites are hard. I really do. But I definitely feel that during this testing phase, the elite will not be touched. The elite will not be touched. The elite will be just blasé. And you never know. I think it'll probably get some nerfs. It'll probably definitely get some nerfs. But alright. So there's no AskDCUO. Yeah, I've ranted enough. Because now it's actually time to go do rant other things. It's time to go do that. Don't worry, Maverick. We'll go over the highlights from it in just a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the Twitch off and then bring it back up. Hopefully you guys don't actually leave. Do not leave. It is Rhino. Rhino, that's right. High five, buddy. It's a lose-lose. That's right. So, okay. So, I'm going to turn the stream off, and I'm going to bring it back up. And we're going to have a little wait music. Just a little wait. Probably not even wait music. It's just a graphic so I can actually just go use the restroom real fast. And then we're actually going to do the podcast. And the podcast is going to be about the revamp, and we'll talk to you a little bit about episode 28. So, give me a moment. Let me turn it off, and we'll turn it right back on right now.